has 14. Armstrong for three. O'Neal had it knocked away, and Purdue was fouled by O'Neal.
Well, Scottie Pippen feeling it from the perimeter, just able to get away from Shaquille O'Neal. Sets himself up for this three-point shot. Michael Jordan a little bit frustrated right now when he gets double-teamed that Will Perdue doesn't make a cut, but he keeps this ball alive to set up Will Perdue to get hammered by, I believe, Shaquille O'Neal.
Now the foul being charged to Anthony Hardaway, who was also involved, so it's not on O'Neal. Two apiece on O'Neal and Hardaway. Tony Kukoc sitting down. And Ron Harper, who's getting some time here in the first half, makes his return.
I'm sure Anthony Hardaway was somewhere in the area, but just the way that Will Perdue's body got jerked back and had to be hit by something big and strong.
51-38. Chicago with a 13-point lead. The Bulls hoping to tie the series at 2. Orlando looking to go up 3 games to 1. Beautiful backdoor pass from Hardaway. Anderson took a shot of the head. He thought he was fouled. And Jordan finished it. Nick Anderson is very upset. Nick Anderson in a conversation with Joe Forte. He thought he was fouled on that last pass along the baseline. Anderson, and that is turnover number 12 by Orlando. 2:20 to go in this first half.
You're watching the NBA playoffs on NBC.
在女將高當地咩嘅？
จากแม่ว่าไก่คอมพิวเตอร์ยื้อฉุกเร็วเหมาแปะ
你檢查過 confidence 登話嘛？
ว่าพระกวยจียังเตียงไว้อย่าสีบ่好啊
你知無？我推過 IBM 嘅資料，他們領導電話裡幫你查出唔對，就將毛病xử理好啊！
真好啊，ต่อเตียงไว้對啊！
With the power of 210 horses and the traction of all-wheel drive, it'll turn more than heads. The all-new 1995 Eclipse from Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here. This is dull. Doesn't have to be.
And now the starting lineup. That groom from Texas, Billy Clyde Humphrey. And at bride, a 5'6" debutante from Alabama, Nell Peterson. The Humphrey wedding brought to you by Miller Lite. When you've got the great taste of an ice cold Miller Lite, life is good. The vows are up.
I do.
And they're good. Whoa, Nelly!
That was beautiful, man.
You know, the apartment itself it's a small apartment. I'm not sitting here acting like it's a big apartment by any means. So, you know, it's small. And I pay way too much rent for it. But I like the view.
Run by Chicago, and they have their biggest lead of the game, a 15-point margin. Orlando Magic, who struggled on the road at the end of the season, have been able to turn it around recently, and they're actually going for their 4th straight road victory. They have never done that in their short history. They ended the regular season losing 7 straight on the road, 16 of the last 20, but they're trailing here by 15 points. Jordan lost control. The steal by Harper. Ron Harper off the steal. 55-38 Chicago.
Well, when Phil Jackson would put up a blueprint for how he wants the Chicago Bulls to play, he's just going to take a tape of this first half so far and show it to his team.
Hardaway did not use the pick and then fires the 3. Anthony Hardaway with 12 points. And that is his first from downtown. minute and a half left in the first half. Pippen, oh, he's clobbered by O'Neal. And that is number 3 on Shaquille.
Even when things go awry for the Bulls with that good shot by Michael Jordan, the Bulls very active with their hands, get away with a pick there on Horace Grant to get the second chance opportunity for Ron Harper. Scottie Pippen and Kukoc and Jordan, every chance they get, every time they find a seam, they are going to challenge the middle of the Orlando Magic defense, and they don't care if Shaquille O'Neal is there or what. If he picks them up, they're either going to try to ram into him or find an open man along the baseline.
Shaquille O'Neal sitting down. Shaquille with just 5 points, 2 out of 4 from the field, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Will Perdue did a nice job with depart. Corey Blunt checking in for the first time. Blunt, second-year player out of the University of Cincinnati. Pressure by Chicago off the inbounds. Bulls lead by 16 points. Anderson put the brakes on. Crowd wanted to travel. Here's Scott for 3. Dennis Scott knocking down the three-pointer. So for Scott, 10 points, and that's his second three-pointer. Dennis Scott in the starting lineup these days. Donald Royal still bothered by the left ankle problem. Jordan is able to do it off the spin.
Oh, Shaquille O'Neal going to the bench. Michael realized he knew if he could just get a half a step, nobody in there to block his shot.
10 points for Jordan on 4 of 12. Harper guarding Scott. Here's Scott. Avett on the follow. It will count, and the foul.
Michael Jordan now taking that low post position with Tony Kukoc on the bench. The quick spin as he shakes loose from Nick Anderson, and Horace Grant nor Anthony Avett tight enough, able to get up quickly enough to bother that shot by Michael Jordan, who looks very quick with his feet today. Outside shot doesn't look particularly good, so Michael's going to try to get to the basket as much as possible.
Now by Harper putting Avett at the line, and a three-point play for Anthony Avett. He now has 5 for the day. 59-47. The Bulls lead by 12. Pippen for 3. Harper to the board. Ron Harper's done a job. Jordan try to line drive it. Hardaway try to save it. Try to buy.
And that caused by the pressure by Michael Jordan as Horace Grant felt a little bit in jeopardy there, handling the ball, wanted to get rid of it quickly to Anthony Hardaway to possibly start a fast break, and in his haste threw it out of bounds.
14th turnover committed by Orlando. Chicago with only 2.
The Bulls so active defensively, putting pressure on at all times, and that forced that earned pass by Horace Grant. And something you don't see very many times in a playoff game, at least in the first half of the game. All 12 players for the Chicago Bulls have played and have made some kind of a contribution.
A lot of shuffling by both coaches. Bulls looking to work the clock down. 15 seconds to go in the first half. A 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Pippen trying to lead to Jordan. Kerr took it away from Bowie, but a foul is called. With 2 and 7/10 seconds remaining in this first half, the foul called on Kerr.
Steve Kerr very upset with this call as he did not want to commit a foul. We're talking about being sharp at the end of quarters here. This loose ball as both Anthony Bowie and Steve Kerr going for it. And I think referee Eddie Middleton felt that what kept Bowie from getting the ball had to be Steve Kerr pulling on his arm. But you could tell by Steve Kerr's reaction that he did not touch it.
High-point men of the first half. Scottie Pippen with 17. Horace Grant leading Orlando with 11.
And you want to look for a long pass here from out of bounds to Michael Jordan at the top of the key area with B.J. Armstrong and Kerr coming on the wing.
11-point Chicago lead. Here it is for Jordan. For Kerr. Well, it was executed to perfection. But Kerr not able to knock it down. So, Shaquille O'Neal only 2 of 5, 5 points, 4 rebounds. Michael Jordan just 4 for 13, 10 points for Jordan. But the Bulls lead by 11 at halftime. Stay tuned for Bob and the Prudential halftime report after the